You've ended all contact with a person after a separation, however presently you're left pondering, what's he thinking? For most folks, a no contact period will cause them to acknowledge the amount they care about you or make them envious, befuddled, or contrite. It's a period brimming with feelings, and we've assembled a careful rundown of what he could feel while you're giving him the quiet treatment. Peruse on to perceive how the male psyche responds during no contact. 1. He will not be worried from the outset. For the initial not many days, he won't respect not hearing from you. Assuming that it was him who parted ways with you, he might try and feel significantly better from the start. He could accept at least for a moment that you're occupied or handling your sentiments, despite the fact that it's probably he's excusing his own at this stage. This vacation stage doesn't keep going long. Following a few days, he'll start to feel like something is off. 2. He'll begin to become inquisitive about you. Following a few days, he'll consider what you're doing and for what reason you're quiet. It's normal for most men to expect or trust that their ex will be the one to loosen things up, and he'll stress when you haven't called or messaged in 7 days. He'll be fixated on attempting to sort out what you're thinking. At the point when he can't figure out what you're doing, he'll begin making his own accounts, perhaps that you're seeing somebody, or you've abandoned him. The less he is familiar with you during this time, the more he'll contemplate you during no contact. 3. He could start to feel overreacted. After around 14 days, he'll become restless over the absence of contact. He'll understand that chilling out and not connecting with you're not working, and that you've placed your foot down on no contact. He believes you should feel the same way he does, however on the off chance that he sees no indication of you harming or continuing on, he'll be very confused. It's after this acknowledgement that his way of behaving or figured examples could change. He might push through a scope of negative contemplations or connect with you first. 4. He'll contemplate whether you miss him by any means. He thought you'd connect first, so presently he's questioning your sentiments. Questions like, was I ever essential to them, or did our relationship matter to her, strength be tormenting him, and he might start to miss you significantly more. He could try and venture to such an extreme as to suspect you're as of now seeing another person in the event that he can't reach out or see you on friendly media. This is a truly awkward time for him. He's attempting to comprehend the reason why you're not answering his texts, or what you may feel consequently. 5. He'll ask himself how he caused this. To get it, he could get thoughtful and overanalyze his activities. Ideally, he'll come to a comprehension of how he squeezes into the separation as opposed to going into casualty mode. Particularly on the off chance that it was you that said a final farewell to him, he could have contemplations like, how did I make her vanish? Where in the world have I been a superior accomplice? Where in the world have I shown up in an unexpected way? 6. He could be battling with a feeling of dread toward responsibility. Going no contact frequently hits men with responsibility issues the hardest. On one hand, he's partaking in a responsibility-free, single life. On the other, he's concerned that you will not associate with when he chooses to settle down. It's a hard choice he doesn't have a lot of opportunity to make to get back with you. His cutthroat contemplations may be a like thing, consider the possibility that I at no point ever see her in the future, versus I would rather not lose my opportunity or close to home freedom. 7. He could begin losing his certainty. No contact could make him question what he figured he did well. He'll question everything from his appeal and room abilities to his jokes and heartfelt signals. He could focus on every single blunder he made while you were together, adding to his sensations of disappointment and insecurity. Whether it was he that unloaded you or the other way around, his certainty will in any case be shaken after not hearing from you by any means. 8. He could feel furious or upset. Nobody likes being overlooked, and his disappointment could transform into outrage. It's regularly brief and comes from his self-image being wounded, yet it's as yet disagreeable. He could believe you're being discourteous or counterfeit, and may actually attempt to face you about it or get a bounce-back sweetheart in response. Outrage for the most part gives way to regret following a couple of days or weeks and is a typical reaction to separations or the quiet treatment. At times, an eruption of outrage could prompt him attempting to ask or convince you to return. 9. He should see others. It's conceivable he'll adapt to the quiet treatment by dating another person. He could feel furious and do it because of dislike or uncertainty, or he may really need to scrutinize his sentiments and check whether any other individual can contrast with you. At the point when he understands they can't, he'll need you back even more. He could likewise track down a bounce back or indulgence in the event that he thinks you're seeing another person as well. It very well may be on the grounds that he needs to win the separation, or to demonstrate that he's over you, regardless of whether he isn't. 10. He'll get frantic for your consideration. Following half a month, he'll need an affirmation from you of some sort. On the off chance that he hasn't connected as of now, presently is the point at which he'll begin messaging you or attempting to draw in you via web-based entertainment. Assuming that you contact him, he'll be hyper-responsive with expectations of getting you to reciprocate. He needs your consideration since it consoles him that he actually has a draw or impact on you of some sort or another. Continuous endeavors to interface with you are a reliable sign that the no contact rule is working. 11. He'll give indications that no contact is working. Following half a month, he will not have the option to relax. Great. The greatest and most clear sign that your quiet treatment is working is that he'll attempt to reach you. It very well may be a straightforward hello text, or he could even flat out request to reunite. Different signs your ex misses you during no contact could be: he inquires as to yourself, or they let you know that he misses you. He's really dynamic on your virtual entertainment and follows you intently. He's far more receptive to your messages, in the event that you're in touch. He rolls out abrupt improvements or enhancements to his appearance. He makes unexpected way of life changes, such as going to the rec center significantly more. 12. He'll perceive the way much he misses you. At the point when he understands his sentiments, he should reunite. This acknowledgement as a rule happens a little while or even a long time after the separation. He'll perceive the way much he wants you in his life or how he can't stand the possibility of you with somebody else. To reunite, he may ask you by and large to restart the relationship. Let's assume he's a changed individual. Let you know how he figures things will be different this time. Implore you to return. Contact you first, on the off chance that he hasn't as of now. 13. He'll be alarmed he lost you until the end of time. Following quite a while of no word, he could start to overreact about losing you. He's been endlessly trusting you'll converse with him, yet presently he's understanding he'll be a long-lasting ex on the off chance that he doesn't follow through with something. He'll reflect profoundly and, in the event that he needs you back, make an arrangement to win you over. In the event that he genuinely thinks often about you and is stressed over losing you, he will contact you. He could have been holding out on conveying for such a long time since he figured he could win the separation and make you connect first. 14. He could ponder himself. Assuming that he's self-involved, odds are he won't ponder you much by any means. He most likely won't be considering what you're feeling. All things being equal, he'll just be contemplating how it's your misfortune or how to continue on toward the following sweetheart. Tragically, going no contact doesn't rouse a shift in perspective in each guy. In the event that he was genuinely egotistical or manipulative, it's ideal to keep the no contact rule as a result as far as might be feasible to reduce most, if not all, connection with him. 15. He'll at long last arrive at acknowledgement. Following 30 days or more, he'll find a sense of peace with the way that it's finished. In this last phase of no contact, he'll quit connecting as every now and again, or by any stretch of the imagination, his online entertainment movement will subside, and he'll quit attempting to unintentionally find you. There's no greater uncertainty in the relationship, your exes. This period can be exceptionally miserable for the two exes. He'll feel down assuming he needed you back, and you could feel miserable that he's formally not a piece of your life any longer. Assuming you were wanting to reunite with him, it'll really depend on you to connect after the no contact stage. Tips. 1. Each person is unique and will respond to no contact in their own specific manner. Be open and adaptable about changing your strategies in the event that it's not working out the manner in which you trusted. 2. Go no contact assuming you're in a hit or miss relationship where contact implies you'll ultimately reunite.